because that's flat. I still can. Let me do it from that there. That's a world record holder though. Buddy. It's a new stick. You get 3 warm-ups. Yeah, I'm warming up.
So, because we've got our big voyage to Poole, all of 5 hours, we need to make sure that the engines. Yeah. Can I just explain that the engine's ready to go? Do you remember where the dipstick for the oil is, Jude?
So there's the oil thing.
Yeah, but do you remember how we measure the oil?
With the dipstick, which is here.
Perfect. Right. Do you want to pull it out and wipe it off?
It's not.
That's it. Good. And then stick it back in.
It's not oily, but okay.
Stick it back in, Jude.
It's harder than I expected.
Well, where do you think it'll wiggle less? Holding it at the end or near the point? Pop it, push it all the way down. Give it a couple of seconds for the oil to register on the stick. Then pull it up slowly. Pull it up.
Up.
Yeah. And what you want to do is hold it 3/4 of the way down with your other hand. Like this, look. Hold it 3/4 of the way down with the other hand and look at the little notches on the dipstick. Lillian, can you see here?
Yep.
So there's the bottom notch, there's the top notch. And there's some numbers on there as well. What level was the oil at? It was kind of above 3/4, wasn't it? So it could probably do with just a cup full of oil to top up. Okay, let's do a little engine familiarization. Where is the dipstick for the oil?
There, the red thing.
Yep, and where do we fill the oil?
There.
That's right. Anyone remember what this is called?
It's spiker.
What does it do?
Spinny round. It spins and generates electricity.
It's the alternator. It charges the batteries. It sends electricity to the batteries. Right, this one here filters the fuel, and this one down here filters the oil. Why do we need the fuel and oil filtered?
So they're clean.
Yeah. So the oil and fuel that go through the engine are clean. Good. And then there was one more thing here which pumps the what around the engine? We've already spoken about the oil, the fuel and the oil. What else do we need for an engine? What keeps it cold or cool?
A cooler. Ice.
Water.
Same thing.
Yeah, so it pumps water around the engine.
And then this is the
Good. So we've done an oil check. That's fine. We don't need to check the impeller because I recently did that. The belt is fine. This is the coolant level. So this is where the coolant is kept in here. And look, we're pretty much up to the top, and it's a good colour. It's green. There's no rust in it. So that means the additive, the coolant additive, has been added to the water, and that's all good.
I know what all
Right.
of these words are.
To the right and push in.
Right.
Push in. And then start. Keep pushing in turn to the right. Put some chemicals in to cut the grease. Okay, today's a big day because we are on our maiden voyage as a family. Where are we going, Jude?
To Poole.
To Poole. We're going to find beaches. So we've got about a 5-hour sail, and Jude is just sorting out some toast for everyone.
What?
Poor Lillian's not feeling very well. She's been coughing all night. She's got a horrible, nasty cold. And we've started to get the boat ready. We've got the ensign there. Mizzen is tied up with sail ties and ready to go. We've got our autopilot on and ready. I've checked all the rigging, secured the inflatable. We've secured the boxes that currently have lots of spares and bits and bobs for the deck. The jib is finally on. I managed to sort out the problem with the furling just by stuffing loads of grease in there, so it's turning at the moment. So we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to leave on the high tide and hopefully get to, that'll be at about 11:30, and hopefully get to Poole around 5 to 6 hours later. We've got to reach most of the way, and hopefully we'll be able to get a few sails up and not rely on the motor.
Split, but I bet you can't turn forward, she can't do this. Count to with her eyes closed. Do that. Count to 10. Can't do that. I like this speckled egg.
Yeah.
Speckled egg.
One sharp tap.
Oh, that's not one sharp.
Turn it over. Get nails in there. Pull it open. That's it. Right, shake the
Thing about I can survive 300 hours in the boat.
300 minutes.
No, 300 minutes in the boat. And then he goes, 300 minutes is 5 hours.
As some of you know, we had a Macwester white before this, named Morfach, which is seahorse in Welsh. And during the upgrade of that, I asked my father would he be interested in carving me a seahorse anywhere. Well, he carved a whole box of seahorses. I've gifted the new owner of Morfach, a couple of them, and I've kept a few for Sigfran, which is Welsh for raven of the sea, I believe. Anyway, I could have it wrong. I'm old and I don't have a great memory. But here are the seahorses. So I'd like to find a couple of special places for these very lovely carved seahorses. Thanks, Dad.
He doesn't like you.
There you go, little seahorse.
I have Lego brick extend. Unlike your mum, I don't like win everything we play.
That's nice.
Around from the carpet.
Obviously, what I didn't mention is my dad's a sculptor, so if you are looking for a commission, let me know. Get in touch, comments below, or if I've left some contact details, don't know if I have. Or I could put a link below. I'll have a chat with my dad and see if he wants to do that. Anyway, comments below.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Kigfran, over.
Kigfran, this is Coast Guard, go ahead.
Our father has fallen overboard and we are 3 children left unattended on a sailing boat, over.
Kigfran, if all fails, come and have a look at the radio. Any time today. Right, come and have a look at the radio. What does that little red button say there?
Distress.
Okay.
Pull open.
Oh, it says pull open, so pull it open. That's it. There we go. And see that button there?
Yeah.
If you press that button, that will send an automatic distress signal to the Coast Guard.
So do we have to do all the talking?
You don't have to do the talking, but if you think you can handle it, do the talking. If you can't, for example, if William's fallen over or Lillian's injured or Jude's injured or Dad's injured and you're attending to me, one of you just run, lift that up and press the button. And the screen will already say that it's transmitting a distress message. Yes, it will need to be on. So it's just the international on button. That's it. And hold. That's it. And say Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
And then say over.
Over.
And then let go the button. Good. Well done. Okay, we're on our way. Slow departure. It's the first time coming out of Shamrock Key. And just getting a hang for how it steers to aft. Okay, and we're off. First time for Jude on the helm of a 46-foot yacht. Very good. And we're just coming out of Shamrock Key down the Etchen River. Hey Jude, how you doing with that tiller?
Heavy, very heavy.
Not as easy as Morfark, is it?
No.
And what isn't working today?
Autopilot.
Our autopilot. So we're going to have to hand steer for 5 hours with that massive heavy tiller. Absolutely dead calm, no wind whatsoever. So we are still motoring. And the GPS says we'll get there around 6 o'clock. I'm hoping that we can do a bit better than that. Hopefully when we turn round between the mainland and Isle of Wight in that channel, there's forecast to be a beam, a bit of wind on the beam, so hopefully we'll be able to speed up a bit. Out just a bit. Got a couple sorry, we've got one reef in the main, and Jude is doing a great job with that massive tiller. Do you want to get the mizzen up, or is that enough?
This is enough. I can
Just over 7 knots with 2 sails. It's not bad. We are going with the tide though. Lillian, how are you feeling? Are you exhausted, Jude?
No, just cold.
How long have you been sailing for? 3 hours? You basically pull and push with your feet, and there's your GPS there, and you just keep your arrow on the line.
The bit you're holding under your fingers, see this bit? When it's a screw, it goes sideways a bit and it's got a pointy bit on the end.
So Ben's rescued us, or is trying to rescue us. We ran out of fuel, and Ben Ben's spoken to his engineer and he thinks that we may have blocked the fuel filter, so we've popped a new fuel filter on there. Pumped some fuel through. We're now just putting it all back together.
Did you say?
And hopefully that's that. But we're going to spend the night on anchor, and we'll head up to Cobbs in the morning.
I'm back in action. Woo!
We did it.
We're done.
So basically, what you're saying is I fixed it myself.
I taught you. I taught you well.
You taught me well.
All good. The $1 million question is, will it restart?
Legend.
Shall we try?
Yeah. Go for it.
This is going to make me very happy or very sad. On the button.
Who's the man? Who's the man? We had a bit of engine trouble on the entrance up to Poole last night, so we were tacking around for ages waiting for Seastart to come, and long story short, eventually we got it sorted, but it was too late to make our way up. Kids just having brekkie, and it's a beautiful morning, and look at that. Beach is just down there, and the entrance to the harbour is over there. So we'll get dressed up and be on our way, pick up a bit of fuel at Parkstone Bay Marina on the way. So Jude has a new technique for helming, and that's sitting on the tiller and using his knees to steer. Genius. Just need a nice little comfy seat on there now. That is, I think that's Brownsea Castle. That was, who was that? King Edward. That was King Edward who built that. Posh waterfront houses there, probably about 5 million each. We're just stopping in for some fuel so that we can get to Cobbs. We've literally come in here on a wing and a prayer, and our draft is 1.9 meters and this is 2 meters. Basically what's happened is the first problem we had was fuel blockage in the fuel filter outside of Poole by the cliffs there, and so anyway we managed to get then we started to run out of fuel, so we've come up to, is it Sandstone?
Parkstone Bay Marina.
Parkstone Bay Marina, where Dominic and Mark are giving us a hand. We just missed getting out on the tide, and we filled up with fuel. Everything was fine. What did I say to you, Jude? I said, our worries are over. We couldn't get out the channel, so we've run aground. We tried the old halyard, pull it out, bend it over, get it out, plenty of revs, 2 boats, all the rest of it. And frankly, we're going to be here. There's going to be ½ a metre of water, so Sigfran will be leaning on her side. And I think I'm paying the beers. Bit of a rough and rolly night. Just waiting for the tide at 10 and then see if we can get off the pontoon and get over to Cobbs Quay. Not a great day for leaving, is it? As you can see from outside, the weather's not great, but we have to leave Parkstone today because the tides are dropping over the next few days and we don't want to be stuck here for a month. So hopefully we'll get off the pontoon when the tide's up and we'll head on up to Cobbs Quay, which was actually our destination, but because we had those issues with the blocked fuel filter, etc., and yes, anyway, that's what we're gonna do. we're going to get over to Cobbs today. Happy Easter, everyone. William's having his white chocolate bunny for breakfast. Will you be having some Easter chocolate for breakfast? And what are you having for breakfast, Lillian? Jelly. Jelly and squirty cream. Okay, let's go. We're in Poole Harbour now. We're at the Poole boat haven, and we have to go up that channel there through a couple of bridges. So I've asked them what the schedule is, and we've got an hour, so we'll have a bit of breakfast. Kids have got their bacon sandwiches. Just another 15 minutes to wait before we can go through the bridges. We are at the first bridge in Poole, which will take us through to Cobbs Quay. We're just waiting for the scheduled opening at 11:30. Thank you very much, boss. We are here. 2 days late, but we are here. We will try and go to the beach tomorrow, because this ain't a beach day, that's for sure. Thank you to Mark for helping us onto the pontoon.
I think eventually they left.
Yeah.
So then we were like, oh.
So you nearly got kidnapped?
Yep.
Well, we had a crowbar.
Oh, automatic! I know, but I got through it first.
Guess what? I'm gonna get.
We've got a bit of laundry.
And I can see he's doing it. But he's still lazy.
A number of days at sea with no washing as well. We've just had a great shower, feeling clean. The rain has stopped, the wind is starting to drop, but it's still a bit grotty for the beach. And it's also 5 o'clock, so we're having a movie afternoon. We've got the projector set up, kids have got their chocolate bunnies. William's got his suitable watching for his age restriction, and we are about to have our movie night. Now, while Jude is doing the dishes, you remember we had a bit of an issue with the Autopilot on the way here. I have worked out that the power cable for the Autopilot that goes to the cockpit plug is runs back through into the engine bay, and I'm wondering if it goes directly to one or other of the engine batteries. So I'm just trying to, oh goodness me, just trying to find cable, which I know is a, what was it? It was yellow, wasn't it, Jude? There we go. There is the yellow cable, and what we'll want to do is find out where it goes. It looks like,
I think it was attached to a red one.
yeah, I think the red one terminates back there in the workshop. It looks like it does actually go through to the nav station board, so we'll open that up and have a look. Most jobs on a boat are very complicated. However, I think the universe has provided. There is the only yellow cable coming into the board, and so there it is, and let's have a little wiggle. If only everything was that easy. Right, have a look. There it is. There is the end. So let's just check again. There's the yellow cable there, and if I... Oh, what have I done? Hang on a minute. I need to re-illuminate the area. Okay, right. I didn't short anything out. The this little light just ran out of battery. I grabbed another one. So there's the yellow cable, and when I've pulled on the live, it's just come loose from wherever it was. So we'll just have to plug that back in. Then excuse me. I know that looks hideous. So if you just take the light away, it doesn't look too bad. Right, so cable goes down there, through the engine bay for some reason, down through the workshop, there we go, and then all the way down the port side to that plug in the cockpit where the tiller arm plugs into. So we found it. We can hook up the power, and that's it. Always very impressed with YouTubers who can film with one hand and do the job with the other. Right, let's strip a bit of... Oh, let's do it properly, shall we? Can't really see what I'm doing. Strip a bit more off that cable. Oh my goodness. There we go. Bridge, and let's give that a little twist. This of course is a well-known electrical engineer's trick. Twist the wires together. No, that twisting didn't really do anything. Success! I've been in Poole now for 4 days, and I've been promising these children a visit to the beach. Careful of the trains. And finally, we are at the beach. Regardless of the weather, we're at the beach. Go. How is it? Judy?
Yeah. Still a chewing gum. I'll put it away.
Why on the floor? Why on the floor?
Now she's calling the cab.
Well, it's still very stormy and we've not been able to make it back to Shamrock Key. And the other thing is the wind blew out the window on the spray hood. So that's our spray hood. Lillian has very kindly picked all the stitches out and removed the old panel. I do have some replacement plastic for the panels, so I'm going to cut them out, attach it to the spray hood, and then I'm going to sew it up on my Singer 306. So I managed to get one stitch all the way around the perspex, and then the needle rod on the machine seems to have just fallen off, and I don't have time to strip it down and work out why, but I certainly can't carry on sewing. So the magic gaffer tape will do the second stitch line and we'll get the spray hood on for the trip back. Oh my goodness. Managed to get a last day on the beach, so the kids are happy because they've had some sunshine. But what a trip. So we set off from Shamrock on Wednesday, and I didn't know that the fuel gauge didn't work on the tank, and it's not that we ran out of fuel, it's that we got so low that it kicked up a little bit of stuff from the bottom and blocked the fuel filter. And special thanks to Ben from Seastart, who helped to resolve that issue. We popped a new filter on and everything was fine, but we spent the night on the hook by the cliffs on the entrance to Poole. Then we came in and decided to make a dash for fuel because Ben had only had 10 litres in his jerry can, and this is a 20-ton ferro cement yacht which uses a fair amount of fuel. Even at about 1800 RPM we're still using 4 or 5 litres an hour. So I ducked into the first fuel stop. I did speak to them first. It was, I've written it on my hand, Parkstone, just behind Parkstone Yacht Club. I had spoken to them beforehand. They sent me a map. I looked at the depth, I looked at the chart, and I said to them we'd be fine if we get in on the top of the tide and get out before it drops. However, there was someone fueling when we arrived. It took so long to get. Anyway, I popped a little bit of fuel in, turned around, and of course we bottomed out on the sand. We tied a halyard to the top of the mast, tipped the boat over, got the keel off the sand, and that was it. So we got to Poole, came through the 2 bridges. Kids loved that, and we had a couple of nasty days here of rain and all the rest of it, but today is beautiful and the forecast is great for tomorrow, so we'll be heading back to Shamrock then. So thanks to the crew at MDL, who have been very friendly and helped us out, made us feel comfortable, and brought us Easter eggs, most importantly. Right then, cheers. Well, despite all the bad weather, we've had a great time in Poole, and just about to set off. Kids are still fast asleep. It's pretty early, and I've just done an engine check. I've put just one line on the centre cleat, and as I move off, it will just slip off the cleat, and just one fender on the aft to protect the hull as we pull out. Everything is lashed down, ready to go, although we do have a very good forecast, and we should have either wind on the beam or a little bit behind us, so it should be a comfortable sail all the way back to Southampton. Fingers crossed. We've had to leave against the tide, but apparently out of Poole, as you're coming out of Poole, if you stick to the left hand side of the channel, so that's going to be over here, then you won't have so much tide effect. At the moment I reckon we've got about 2 knots of tide against us. We're still doing a good 3.64 knots. Once we get out into the open water, then we can pick up the tide that's flooding into the Solent, and we'll make up a bit of time. Just approaching the Needles now. We should get a kick up the bum, pick up a bit of speed. We're up to 7 knots. Okay, I think I've got to the bottom of why the sewing machine stopped working. This is the arm that the needle attaches to. Needle down there. Arm, shaft. And that shaft is attached to, let me get some light in here, is attached to this, hang on, just juggling fingers and torches, is attached to this. And if I rotate the machine, you can see that that piece there goes up and down, which in turn is going to connect to Let's get a better position for this torch. It's going to attach to there. Now, when I opened up this section here by removing absolutely no idea what it is, I found some bits. That's always a bad sign, isn't it? There is this bit here and one of these pins with a groove in it. So I imagine this piece here fits over there. And then what else did I find? This tiny little grub screw. That tiny little grub screw is going to go in there. Oh my god. Release. And by the looks of it, that there has an identical shaft in the top. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that piece goes on there, and that little center hole there is the grub screw for that. I'll try and get a better camera position when I put it together. For all those 306k owners out there who have had the same problem, and then we will see if it works afterwards, of course. We'll get our friend Brian visiting today. You alright, Brian?
Yeah, fine. Well,
yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race.
When I go to the hospital, I don't have to pay for parking.
No, because you've got your disabled badge, yeah.
But you have to press the button and call somebody to ask them to open. But they don't ask to see the badge. Some car parks, they want the last 4 numbers of the...
Ah, yeah. To stop those disabled fraudsters.
Even some disabled parking bays, you've got to be careful because you still have to pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Beautiful sunny Sunday morning. Jude is washing the tender, which needs a really good scrub. It's getting quite dirty. And we've got a slightly new approach for doing the anti-slip on the deck. So what we're going to do is sand it back and put a bit of resin on it, and then we're going to use a flow coat with a bit of terranium sand, you know, super smooth sand. And we're going to see how we get on with that, because at £20 a litre for non-slip from the chandlery, it's going to cost a fortune to do the boat. So managed to pick up some flow coat from my favourite supplier, Coast Fibreglass, and we'll see how that goes. Well, it's only taken a few hours, and it's a much quicker and much more cost-effective way of getting a non-slip deck. There are a few places where it's reacted with the paint, but that can be knocked back, fed and redone. But overall, I would say that's a thumbs up, but time will tell. What a glorious day. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Not so glorious down here. This morning I was greeted with, yes, it is a toilet explosion. So this is a good opportunity to replace the waste hose, which goes up to that little cupboard there. Remember that the hose always has to go above the water line, so that if you have a leaking through hole, those are the through holes in there. If you have a leaking through hole, then the water can't siphon through and above the water line. Okay, we'll wrap up those ends with tape to stop any nasty getting out as we pull them out. God, this is just disgusting. Like not having access to through holes, you know, all the way around, and these through holes underneath here have this piece of fiberglass panel in over the top to support the toilet. Now there's no reason why we can't have a little inspection hole there, because we are going to put a sink into that corner, and that'd be perfect for the the drain loop to go up into this little cupboard behind there, and an inspection for the top of the through hole, if that makes sense. Anyway, we'll cut it out and we'll see if that makes sense. Okay, we've got a rough hole. We're going to neaten up these edges, but what I've also done is I've cut the conduit that's carrying the cables and managed to get a bit of a pull on them and get some space to be able to get the hose, I don't know if you can see, onto here. Let's get some light.